Oh my God, did you see that shot? I'm amazing.
You didn't save me for me. You did it for you.
What are you talking about?
I should have died, but you didn't want to be alone.
I'm Batman.
I wouldn't say it necessarily gives me pleasure to, rant about things, but I do enjoy being able to just inform my opinion on something that just seems so odd or so off. But Supernatural was one of my favorite shows, and it's got 15 years, 15 seasons of great character development and story arcing and just awesome stuff that happens, from the monsters and the demons that they fight, to the angels and the demons that they end up fighting later on. There's just so much. That show it's just got so much. And yesterday it was revealed that Jensen Ackles, the guy that plays Dean, and his wife, Danneel Ackles, will be showrunning or producing a supernatural prequel called The Winchesters. Now, I knew this was probably going to happen. It was definitely inevitable. So I wasn't necessarily upset or like, no, but it's focusing on the parents, right? So they said the story was going to revolve around John and Mary, I'm assuming, or at least Mary's family, the mom's family, the Winchesters. So hopefully it's, I don't know, hopefully it's good. I mean, I would enjoy it if there weren't so many seasons of already so much established stuff. There's so many things that go on, so many memory wipes already, so many people die and come back, that if they try to make a prequel show and have certain things happen that they should have known about, it is kind of shitty to just be like, oh, well, their memory was erased, or oh, they they had died and came back with no recollection of what had happened, or like they knew about something and a demon possessed them and took the memory away. Like, all they would deal with is memory, because or hopefully they really just deal with monsters, but then it would just be Supernatural again. It wouldn't be the show that it was. It would just be a copy of the show that it already was, and we already learned about the dad. John came back, Mary came back, they both died, and it's like to bring them back again. It's like, all right. I mean, I guess I'll watch it. And even if they made it on the kids, like young Sam and Dean, that was my first initial thought when I had saw that post of him, of Jensen Ackles saying that they were making the show. I assumed it was going to be about the kids, like them as kids. And I was like, well, fuck, they've already been depicted through so many child actors that it's like it's already been done. Like, there's no need to just show them as kids again, because again, if certain things happen with angels or other monsters, it's like, why didn't you remember that when you were younger? Why didn't you remember when you went through that when you were a teen? Or why didn't you remember that when you were on that trip with your dad? Or why didn't you remember that whatever, So it's just like, I don't know, it's a little odd. If it would be a little odd if it was kids, so I'm glad it's not. But hopefully it's good. John and Mary were great characters. They were written so well, and I just hope they don't ruin it. And they are a white family. I mean, John and Mary Winchester were like the quintessential American family, of like two boys and a house, with their Impala, and the way that things are going now, I really hope they don't change shit and make it, all female driven, all these female hunters start coming out of the woodworks, or like, just all these diverse characters that were never there. I mean, I know Rufus and like Bobby and other characters that were older, you know, Joan and all them that were older already in the seasons, they could show them younger and how they became who they were. You know, Jensen Ackles is supposed to narrate the show. Hopefully it's just like, you know, little bits of backstory. Hopefully it's not some random story that they try to put together. You know, hopefully it's just reasons or things that happened that led them to be the characters that they are. I hope they don't try to just diversify and race swap people just because, you know, but that's just how TV's going. So I'm not saying that it's gonna happen, but come on, their grandpa was like this, you know, I can't remember his name, but yeah, you know, what was it, Papa Winchester, dang it, I can't remember. But, you know, he was a dick in some episodes, so I can understand them, like, trying to change him, you know, when John and Mary are younger, like, maybe he's more of an asshole, or he's, like, you know, just like a dick dad, but it's like, he did care about his family. He was just like John, where he cared about them, but some things, you know, he just had to do because he knew that there was evil out there. But if they make his dad just a dick, it's like, come on, man, like, really? Like, all right, fine, but, you know, that's not who he is, you know. And then I remember this girl, I forget her name too, but this medium from season 1, you know, an episode Home, or season 1, episode Home. It's like episode 9. The episode is titled Home. Getting all tripped up over my words here, but this lady, you know, she's like a friend of John's, and she's like a psychic, and it's like, man, I hope they don't bring her, you know, people like her out of nowhere that ended up, you know, pushing the Winchesters in the direction that they were pushed in to become the family that they were. I mean, I can understand it could work, but please don't do that just for the sake of being like, oh, look how woke we know we are. But again, Jensen Ackles is writing the show with his wife, so hopefully, you know, he's been around for all 15 seasons. I feel like he knows what he's doing. His wife is gorgeous. She's, you know, she seems like a good person, and I don't know what she does on the outside of just being his wife, but, you know, I'm pretty sure that she knows as well that the fandom for this show is pretty strong, and they love it to death. So just you know, take it easy, guys. Don't jump the Colt. You know, everything will be all right in the end, I'm sure, because I'll watch it, and I'm a big fan of Supernatural. Just, you know, when I saw this, I was like, oh God, I gotta say something. But, you know, good luck, everybody. All right, so I don't know how I let this slip my mind, but Mary's father was Sam Winchester. I don't know how I forgot that. Sam Winchester. Sammy was named after his grandfather. And if you remember, after Sam got back from hell and it was beat into him by Dean that he needed to get his damn soul back, his grandfather was a total asshole. You know, he was working for the Alphas and whatnot. It was all bad. And so if they made him a villain in the TV show, or if they made him like an asshole character, it's messed up, because he's just like John, where he did something for his family. Even though he was possessed, granted, back in the day, he did do the things he did to protect and save his family and like his daughter, Mary, ultimately. But this just came out today as well, that Jared Padalecki, Sam, isn't even involved in the show. I mean, come on, that's just ridiculous. That just shows, you know, a little cringy that he's not even has any involvement. You know, I know the CW right now is a bit of a wreck, and, you know, I know he's doing Walker, and I'm not really into it as much. You know, I'm more on the Chuck Norris side of things. So, you know, no offense, Jared. I love you, man. But hopefully this show works out that Jensen and his wife are doing. You know, I support the Supernatural family. I love this show. I love the fans, love the fandom. Just, you know, don't mess up this franchise that you guys got going. You should just make a movie or something and call it quits. But that's, you know, that's just my 2 cents. But have a good one, everybody. Happy Friday.